Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm the guy that does the other voices on the podcast.
Was there nothing we talked about last week that interests you?
I'm going to be completely... Hey, no! Get out of here! Get! I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't remember a single word I said last week. Even one. I probably said the at one point.
You understand that how bad that is, right? Because we recorded 4 days ago.
Yeah, this is wild. We're actually recording on a Sunday.
Yeah, and I got the episode out on time last week.
Yeah, dude, like we're this is a new era for the Garlic Boys here. We're on track finally.
The depression is over. Connor can edit, right?
Considering the first thing you told me was you're trying to find the energy to get out of bed, I'm not sure.
I said I was trying to find the will to live. There's a difference.
My apologies. You are correct. Can you load? What did I do to you?
Well, it all started when I was 7.
Well, it all started with my mom and my dad.
And then they had me.
Hi, I'm Brian. And my life is kind of crazy. All right. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh?
I need to talk to you right now about something that we must talk about right now. And okay. I don't know. There's no like, there's no. Okay, here we go. Third time's the charm. Oh my gosh. Is there nothing? Nothing at all. Oh, you're right. You're right. Because nothing was announced whatsoever. And so there's no internet articles at all about anything that was announced. Okay, listen, I want to talk about the Disney announcements. They announced at D23. Okay, I want to talk about them just real quick. Okay, can we do that?
Okay.
All right. I'd like to start with some of the movies that I've been hearing that they announced. Because again, trying to find an article, but all I'm finding is Disney Experience Showcase, but they announced movies too.
Okay, hold on. Let me look for it.
I'm looking everywhere. Disney movie announcements. Let's try that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, Deadpool and Wolverine passed $1 billion worldwide.
Nice. Okay. All right. So one of the movies that caught my eye, which I watched a trailer for, it's like a teaser trailer, that I'm actually excited for, but it's got 2 sides to the same coin that we need to discuss. Moana 2. Okay, I'm actually excited for a second movie. I liked Moana a lot, and I'm stoked for a second movie. However, what I'm not stoked for is the live action Moana. That's BS. It just came out in 2016. We don't need a live action right now.
I think it's wild that those are coming out so quick. Like,
yeah.
Like, you haven't even gotten your sequel out and you've already planned the live action version. It's just crazy.
Right. I'm like, I watched the trailer and it's not much, but it's something. And it actually looks like a good story, and it looks like they're going to bring a new villain in, obviously, because why would they bring the same villain in after they fixed the issue in the last movie? But it looks like there's more exploration and a new island that's in the legends and all this. It looks neat. All right, it looks neat. It's something I would watch because I liked the first one so much. All right. Now, with the success of the sequel movie, they have now announced a third movie in the franchise, the Frozen franchise. How do you feel about that?
Well, see, I wasn't entirely convinced they needed a second one. Yeah, I watched that movie with some of our friends in college, and honestly, it was a movie.
See, I actually enjoyed the second one more than I enjoyed the first. I loved the second one.
it just felt very middle of the road to me. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like extraordinary. It was just like that was a movie.
Fair enough.
Well, so making a third one, maybe there's going to be a good plot there. Sure. They also soft announced a fourth one there. And I'm like, do we really need to keep doing this?
We don't. And I'm gonna get to some more things that they announced and sequels and stuff that do not need to exist, but we'll discuss those as we get there.
I will say one thing that they announced that I am actively excited for.
Yeah.
Is Incredibles 3.
Okay.
Because I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. I think Incredibles 2 was sort of in the same frame as Frozen 2. It was like, did we need that? But I had fun watching that, whereas I didn't have fun watching Frozen 2. And so for me, it's like a little bit more of like okay. What are we going to do?
I see. Okay, so I guess the problem I have with The Incredibles, I liked the first one. It was a great movie, groundbreaking in a way. Not really, but it was good. It was good. One of my favorites growing up. The second one was like, it was meh. Like I didn't love it nearly as much. And waiting so long for a sequel, I thought that they would put a little more effort into it, in my opinion. But now, after how long was it? Like literally almost 20 years since the first one came out, that another one, the sequel came out. Now, just like a year or two later, they're like, boom, bam, we're gonna put out a third one.
I believe the original movie came out in 2014 or 2004. Sorry. Wow.
So
then
15-ish years, right?
15 years, because the second one came out in 2019. So then 5 years for the third one to come out.
I think they should wait another 15 years before releasing the third one. I think with it, stay consistent. Like I know that your whole, like everybody in realistically, everybody's goal. I'm generalizing here, but a lot of people's goal is to make money, and to make money, you have to put things out there. And I guess we can get into the discussion. We don't have to, please. Of like, do you put more quantity out or do you put more quality out? We've discussed this with Nicolas Cage and several other actors. They're putting a bunch of quantity out there, but is it really worth it? Like, is it worth the quality? Are you going to lose a ton of people along the way? And I think they will, because they're not putting out that great of movie.
I will say, to that point, Borderlands opened this weekend. At the time of recording.
Bad things.
With an estimated budget of $15 million.
$115. That's all they put in.
So to break even on a movie, you want roughly triple what you like to become profitable. You want triple what you spent on the movie to be made on them. Borderlands opened with $8.8 million domestically.
That is so bad.
It's really bad.
Like, go ahead.
In that idea of like quantity over quality, it's one of those things. It's like, well, there's not a lot of video game movies out there, so let's do more video game movies. But what were you putting out a quality product? Because a lot of people were complaining about the casting of that movie. Like the sets and the worlds felt great, but they didn't have a great story within the world. And so like, just because you make something look quality doesn't mean it actually is up to that standard.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's one of those things that, like, I'll wait for it to come on streaming. Like I have played the Borderlands games a little bit. I don't think I've played through them. I was not like a diehard fan before this movie. Still not really a diehard fan after the movie, but it's something that I don't have enough interest in to go see in the movie. And I harp on this a bit. People aren't going to the movies as much. Movies are gonna do worse if we're just talking about box office numbers, if we're just talking about the money they're making in the theaters. right? Like there are people that are still going to the movies, but it's a lot less, in my opinion. And people are waiting for things to come on streaming. Similar to me, I don't have the desire to spend $20 to go watch the Borderlands movie and get a small popcorn and a tiny drink in that price. I just don't have the desire, so I'm gonna wait till it comes on streaming because we have that luxury. But it's gonna do worse in the box office if people aren't doing like. I'm thinking, should there be another metric with which we judge these movies?
Well, there's a great movie YouTuber I watch named Dan Murrell. He uses a butts and seats metric and takes what he finds. Like I think he finds the average ticket price in America, divides the box office by that ticket price, and shows how many people actually went to go see the movie.
Right.
The problem with streamers is they don't always accurately report their numbers, and so you can have a Borderlands movie comes out that's what 200 minutes, something like that. Let's say 120 minutes. That's 2 hours. They could get that watch time of 120 minutes, but I just clicked on it and only watched the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
but they can say, hey, somebody watched this movie, add that to the list, and inflate their numbers that way. And so, unfortunately, there's never going to be a great metric for judging movies, but we can say, like, hey, these are the amount of people that actually found it worth to go and watch this movie in the theaters. This is the money that it made this weekend. And unfortunately, for streaming services, it's not going to be enough to like help individual movies.
Yeah,
because like I don't know any specific movie that's founded by like the Transformers movies. Those are owned by Paramount. If a Transformer movie comes out, doesn't do well in theaters, Paramount throws it up there. We don't know if it's going to help make them money specifically back on that movie. And so that's what we're looking to do, because if you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to make a movie, you're hoping to get hundreds of millions of dollars. But we see that there's not people coming and spending that money, especially on movies that they don't find worth it. Deadpool and Wolverine was worth it. People loved Twisters. Like I said last year, I recently just watched Top Gun Maverick. That movie was fantastic with people because it was something that people found worth it to go watch in theater. The problem that is happening, though, is Hollywood is spending too much money on movies.
Yeah, right. Like there, if your budget is $500 million, like $500 million, that's being drastic, but we may get there at some point. There are movies that are that much, you know.
It feels like a lot of that's a stretch, but I feel like a lot of times nowadays it's like $100 million is how much people are spending on a movie,
right?
And it was like,
but it's not out of the realm to say that in 10 years we may be spending $500,000 on a movie, $500 million. Sorry, $1 million on a movie, 1,000 million, whatever. The word I'm trying to say, it's not out of the ballpark because they're spending more and more every year on the movies. Like movies 10, 15, 20 years ago were in the 100,000s, maybe near $1 million. But now they are $1 million. So several years down the line, it might be 500 million. And then it's a goal that's impossible to meet if we're spending so much money on movies by using better and better technology and all that stuff. Like I get why we're spending so much on movies, but a lot of it also goes towards the actors who are getting paid a ton, which is fair. They deserve money for their acting, but like getting paid a lot, right? And I don't know. Is it a losing game? Is it a thing that's destined to fail? I guess.
I don't think it necessarily is. Okay. Because like you said, as a consumer, you want something that's really going to push you to go out and see it.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of making content that's going to be pushed out to sea and making that cheaply, studios seem to be saying, okay, what's the most extravagant, like, box office booming movie we can make to send people to go see? Let's do that. Let's send those out, and then it's only these big budget, high quality adventure extravaganza movies, and no one is still going to see those because everyone's tired of those. I remember we were so excited to go see The Massive Weight of Unbearable Talent.
Yeah.
Which is a lower budget like, it wasn't cheap to make that one, but it's considerably a lower budget than most big action movies. Do I know off the top of my head if it did well? No. But a cool premise, a cool storyline, things like that, that hook. If you get a good hook of a story, that's going to get people to want to go see it. Like the book one with Elijah Wood that you talked about, that one hooked you.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think it's just like you said, like, it's the quality versus quantity. And it's just like the quality isn't bigger is better anymore. I think the quality now is, how can I make a story that's fun, inviting, and you want to come see? And I don't think the way to do that is by doing a stupid Zootopia 2. To bring it back to our original conversation here, who was asking for Zootopia 2?
Right. Okay. That's I do want to continue talking about that. There are some sequels that are needed, wanted, desired. Nobody's asking for Frozen 3. Maybe a few children. Nobody's asking for Zootopia 2 because Zootopia 1 was fantastic and it needs to stay at that. Nobody's asking for a freaking Toy Story 5 now. Nobody's asking for it. Like, I love Toy Story. I grew up with Toy Story, one of my favorite movie series. The third one, I was like, man, they really brought this back after so many years. I love it. The fourth one tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. I did like it, but it can really end there.
I would have ended at 3 and it would have been perfect. Ending at 4 was like, okay, a little epilogue to the story. This is nice.
Yes.
Do you know did you read the synopsis for the 5th one?
It's gonna be about toys battling technology because the kids are so engrossed in technology and being forgotten.
But it's not even that. Woody's back somehow.
Yeah. How?
Why?
I'm not excited. I will not see this movie. Like, if there's kids around me watching it, sure, I guess I'll sit down and watch the movie. I don't want to watch this movie. It's not even a movie that I want to watch. It's not one of those that I'll just wait for it to come on streaming. I don't care about it enough. I don't want to watch this at all. Who's asking for it? Nobody.
In fairness, I'll probably see the movie.
I won't. There's a few,
just because I want to be able to, like, talk crap on it accurately.
Fair. Absolutely fair. There are a few that was announced that I do want to talk about that I'm excited for. We've done a little bit of negativity. Let's talk about positivity. Lilo and Stitch live action. I'm actually excited for that. I love Lilo and Stitch. I'm excited to see those characters on the live screen. Stitch looks great. Way better than Sonic did the first time.
I don't talk about it a lot. I'm a massive fan of Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, it's so good.
Maybe top Disney movie for me, like Disney animated movie like that. Brother Bear was also a favorite of mine growing up, but I think Lilo and Stitch. It's hard because I have a specific, like, Lilo and Stitch tattoo. Like, I have Stitch on me, but, like, my brother has matching tattoo with me, and it has bears because we liked watching Brother Bear so much.
Right.
So seeing a live action Lilo and Stitch warms my heart. Am I happy that he doesn't look like an absolute gremlin? Absolutely. Am I excited to see? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm worried about them trying to ruin my boy. I don't want that to happen.
There's a discussion that we've had and deserves to be had about the necessity of live action movies. I like live action movies, and it's fascinating to see. Things like Treasure Planet or Atlantis would be fascinating to see because of how like space is magical to look at. It's so freaking cool. Underwater, magical to look at. And I think like the majesty in a way of a live action version of those movies is what, in my opinion, calls me towards wanting live action versions of those movies. Is it necessary? No, because the movies are already perfect. They don't need any adjustment.
Right.
Lilo and Stitch, it's not like a necessary thing, but I think it was a cherished enough movie to warrant a new like updated version. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with that. But like Moana, first of all, Moana's a really great movie. I love Moana. I've said that, and I will continue to say that because it's a great movie. Does it need a live action? Not just like so close to when it already came out, but like, does it need one at all?
What's funny about it is I think the live action is still a few years out, but we're getting a live action Moana faster than I think we're getting a Disney branded live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, because that was also announced this week.
Yeah.
Well, we already knew this was coming. Starring
Maybe
Rachel
that.
Ziegler, who is fine. I'm so mid on her because the only thing I really know her from is a Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds or whatever the stupid Hunger Games movie was.
Yeah.
And gosh, do I wish I could have those 3 hours of my life back.
I didn't even watch it.
Don't. Hey, listeners, don't watch it. Unless you're like the biggest Hunger Games fan, you're not going to understand anything unless you read the book, and don't read the book unless you're a huge Hunger Games fan. Like it's just not necessary for the story because it's like, oh, it tells you about President Snow's rise, and it was like, I don't want to feel sympathy for this
For the villain.
for
Terrible human being.
post-apocalyptic Hitler. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
And then so like I'm so mad on her, and then there was so much just dumb discourse about this movie to start with, where like they weren't going to actually be dwarves, they were going to be normal like sized people, and like other things that people were complaining about that I'm not going to get into.
Her not being white enough was one of them.
But then they released the trailer this week, and they just look like the dwarves from the cartoon. It's not a live action if you're using CGI for most of the characters. Like Beauty and the Beast, I don't think that was technically a live action. Maybe it was. The Lion King live action fully was not. I will fight anyone.
We need to discuss the Mufasa one.
I will fight anyone. That was just a realistic cartoon version. Yeah. And it was a bad realistic because there's no expression on real lion's face. Okay. And I also, because you brought it up, I don't care about Mufasa. I don't care about Mufasa.
It's a
He's
story
dead.
nobody
Let
needed.
him be dead.
Right. It's a story nobody needed. Nobody needs. Again, it's like a prequel thing. Like, why do we need them? The story's already fine. In a lot of situations, the story's already fine. And what are we gonna do? Trace it back to the first lion ever? Like, are we just gonna go to Mufasa and then Mufasa's dad and then Mufasa's dad? Like,
who was Mufasa's Mufasa? Tell me that one. Matt Fossa.
It's an unnecessary movie. But again, we need to talk about the good. I have a good one. All right, that they announced.
There's one. I hope you're excited for the same movie that I'm excited about.
I know. I am.
Let me see if I can find it because I want to talk about this as. How do you spell that word? There we go. I found the article. Ready? Okay, you tell me which one you're most excited for.
Oh, well, it may not be the same one, but
yeah, but I hope it is.
Well, right now there's two. There's a movie, Mandalorian and Grogu. Very excited for that one. Because they just announced that. It's Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Could not be any better than that. It's going to be a movie. Gareth Aurelius is going to be in it. Very excited for that. Daredevil Born Again. That is finally coming soon. March 2025.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, because it's been in crap for the last several years. But please.
They revealed the villain is going to be Muse, who is a serial killer that mangles the bodies into forms of art and decides that his killings are his way of making art for the world.
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Okay. Please tell me the movie that because it's not on my list. Whatever it is.
It's the new Pixar movie that they announced called Hoppers.
Oh, Hoppers?
Yes.
Okay.
Hoppers tells the story of a girl who transfers her brain into a robot beaver in order to live among real beavers. And it's being described as Avatar, but with beavers.
Avatar, but with beavers?
Yes.
Okay.
And it already has Bobby Moynihan and John Hamm attached to it, as well as someone named Piper Curda, who I'm not sure that is. So give me 1 second. Let me look them up. Okay. Piper Curda was on Ant Farm. Let's see here. Anything else that I would know you from? Ant Farm, Teen Beach Movie 2.
Oh, really? Teen Beach Movie 2?
Yeah.
Well, the first one is. I don't know if the second one is good.
Liv and Maddie. She was on an episode of The Rookie.
Oh, nice.
Played Avery Ho on The Flash. Avery. Not very. I don't remember who she was on Ant Farm, but she's playing the Beaver. It looks like.
Nice. They did announce a new one, called Elio, I believe, is what it was called.
Elio is one that we've been waiting on for a while.
Yeah.
It's actually supposed to be this year's movie.
Oh, okay.
From Pixar. But it got pushed back.
Okay. Looks interesting.
Let's see here. Premise. For centuries, people have called out into the universe looking for answers. In Disney Pixar's all-new movie, Elio, the universe calls back. The original feature film features Elio, an underdog with an active imagination, as he finds himself inadvertently beamed up to the Commonverse, an interplanetary organization with representatives from galaxies far and wide, mistakenly identified as Earth's ambassador to the rest of the universe and completely unprepared for that kind of pressure. Elio must find new bonds with eccentric alien life forms, survives a series of formidable trials, and somehow discover who he truly is meant to be. Jonas Kiebrib, apologies if I mispronounce that, is playing Elios. Jamila Jamil is playing Ambassador Cuesta, a Cobra Manta Ray-like alien ambassador. You remember who Jamila is?
Totally. Yeah, I know
everything.
everything.
So what Marvel show was she on?
Oh, she was in She-Hulk.
Did you just Google her?
What? No, I just remembered her face.
You suck at this.
Yeah.
And then Brad Garrett is playing Ambassador Grygon, a bulky four-legged alien ambassador. Do you remember who Brad Garrett is before you look at it?
What are you talking about? Hold on.
I can see the screen change to you Googling something. I can see the light on your face.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I know. He's the pacifier. He's also in Everybody Loves Raymond.
Is he actually the pacifier?
He's in the pacifier. He's not Vin Diesel. He's the principal in the school.
Oh, I was thinking of Sky High, and that was the weapon, not the.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
He's also in the Jimmy John's commercials.
Yeah, he was also the Easter Island head in Night in the Museum, which just a fun fact that I recently found out was directed by Sean Levy. All three of them.
Yeah.
Sean Levy has had an incredible career.
Oh yeah. There was actually something I was just watching. Shoot. Oh, does he do? No, what does he do? Oh, crap. I know what he does. Oh, he obviously did the Deadpool Wolverine movie. No, I just watched something other than the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
The Adam Project.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. He does.
Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb.
Amazing.
This is Where I Leave You.
Okay, dude.
The
No.
Internship. Real Steel. Date Night. Night at the Museum.
Dude,
Battle of the Smithsonian.
Dude,
Night
he's
at the
got
Museum.
an amazing.
The Pink Panther. Cheaper by the Dozen. Just Married.
I'm going to get
my
off.
Personal favorite. No, listen to this. Ready for this? My personal, big ups to this guy. Ready?
Big Fat Liar.
He directed Big Fat Liar.
He did, which is so wild. Arrival, he's done a lot of good stuff. Yeah, incredible stuff. Some not so incredible stuff from Disney here, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll shock the world somehow, some way. Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be fantastic. I know it. There's nothing that can convince me otherwise until I watch it, and it's terrible. Do you have anything you'd like to discuss today?
He directed an episode of The Birds of Prey from 2002.
Wow.
Oh, was it that he directed the 4th episode of every season of Stranger Things? Is that what you saw?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I've been watching the one show with Jeff Daniels.
The one where he's a news anchor?
Yeah, that one. I've been watching that one. I don't think he directed any episodes of that. And the only other show I've been watching is The Resident Alien, which I do want to call out here quick before if you have any topics. That's my first of 2 G spots for the day. I got 2. What do you got? None? That's what I thought.
I do actually have one, but
because I stole yours.
I have one. No, it's fine.
No, Resident Alien. I know it's a couple years old now. But they're still releasing stuff.
Okay, I guess you're going. I mean, you offered me to.
This is just my first G spot, and then I'll let you talk. Okay. You're not important. I'm kidding. Resident Alien is so good. I don't believe I've ever laughed so hard as when I'm watching Resident Alien. Alan Tudyk's voice and his mannerism stuff is so easy to chameleonize as I do to mimic. It's incredible. I love this show. It's got amazing storylines too. Just a little heads up. Watch it. All right. What's up?
Sorry,
Connor, you matter. You matter, Connor. You matter. Now tell me what you have on your mind.
Do you want to prove that I matter? Then buy me one of the new adult Happy Meals that are coming to McDonald's, where you can find one of six collectible cups within each Happy Meal. That's right. The McDonald's cups are back.
Not the Lord of the Rings ones, but a different set of McDonald's cups.
Welcome to a podcast within a podcast. It's very similar to another podcast within a podcast.
Are you going to have a theme song for it?
It's the lunch bod. No, it's too close. It's too similar. They announced starting, I believe, the 13th. So if you're by the time you're listening to this, it's already started, and it doesn't say when it's ending from what I can tell here. So you probably got some time. You'll be able to get the adult Happy Meal toy. The adult Happy Meal, sorry, and be able to get a collectible cup from it, including ones with Snoopy, Hello Kitty, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Beanie Babies, Shrek, Jurassic Park, the Coca-Cola bear, and old McDonald's mascots such as the Fry Kids.
Okay, you're telling me there's going to be a Shrek cup at McDonald's? An
Yes.
adult Shrek cup at McDonald's?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you right now.
Oh, that's so exciting. Can I?
So
Is there pictures of these?
Yeah, I believe there are.
All right, I need to see these. McDonald's adult cups.
So from what I can tell, the Barbie and the Hot Wheels ones are the same cup. Sort of a nod to the previous like boys toys, girls toys.
These are so nice.
I think Shrek and Jurassic Park share one, and then the Beanie Babies has their own. Hello Kitty has her own. The Coca-Cola has her own, and then there's the mascots cup.
Give you a freaking picture of all of them. I swear to the Lord in heaven. Give me a picture. Give me a picture of every single cup individually. What is this? I want to scrutinize every detail, you mother freaking.
Here, I'm going to throw one into the Discord.
All right.
I'm just sending it in the main chat. I'm not.
There's no explanation.
There's no context for it, but that's what the cups look like. There's one with minions on it, but I can't tell if that's like I don't know what that is. From everything I've looked at, hasn't described a Minions cup yet, and it's distinctly British in nature, so that might be an exclusive to the British releases.
These are so sick. These are awesome. I'm so excited for this.
I believe they're plastic too, so like
no, I don't want plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little more disappointing, but I understand. You know, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, Hello Kitty and Peanuts share cup. Shrek and Jurassic Park, or is it Shrek, Jurassic Park, and Minions? Oh, that makes sense that all three of them are on one because that's all Universal properties. Let's see, and then
look at those.
Yeah, these are really cool. If you guys should go get these, not a sponsor, but
dude, I will be getting every single one of these. Okay, so I found a post on the threads that shows every single one 360 full detail. Real nice.
Okay.
Let me put these up. Cast screen.
Do you have a Threads account?
I do. Okay, so this is the Barbie one, full 360.
Okay.
It's double-sided with Hot Wheels.
Like I said, this one's supposed to be the duality of the boys and girls toys that there used to be, because for a long time there was like the Hot Wheels themed boys toy and the Barbie themed girls toy. Which, do you know how many times? I don't know if this ever happened to you. There were so many times where we asked for a boys toy and just got a girls toy anyways.
Right. Which is wild. McDonald's. I mean, sometimes the bags are not clear; they're not see through, so you don't know. But like a lot of times, you can tell. And it's just a McDonald's employee being a piece of garbage. This is the McDonald's mascot one.
Yes. So you can see we got Ronald, of course, a Grimace mug with some. I think those are Fry Guys in the back there. We got the weird looking tree, and then the Nugget Buddies. Sort of like Lego McDonald's fries at one part, and like it's a pretty cool design. Oh, there's the Halloween bucket on the design there. I like that one a lot. On the fourth quadrant in the top there. Where it says 1986, that's a Halloween McDonald's bucket.
I see. Yeah. No, that's really cool. That's very nostalgic. There. Then you got the Coca-Cola one. Which, as anybody knows, Coca-Cola and McDonald's are two in the same.
It has the Coca-Cola polar bear on it,
which stoked about. Love that.
Right. I
Really
think
cool.
it's one of the best like marketings ever because like anytime I see it, I instantly think of Coke.
Yeah, my
Like
favorite animal.
I
That's
think it
probably
works
why.
really well.
No, this one I definitely will be getting. I will make sure I get it.
Their blind bag gets so like you have to just kind of hope you get the one you want.
Yeah, I'll just keep getting until I get them. This is the Beanie Baby one, which any millennial or Gen X mom will love this cup.
I had so many Beanie Babies as a kid.
Same.
I had so many of the ones that are on here, but more specifically, this lobster one here
Right
in the
there.
bottom right. I had one of those recently, but gave it to a white elephant gift exchange because I thought it'd be a fun present to receive.
Oh, so sad. I still have a couple Beanie Babies left.
I should have kept it. Lobsters are like up there on my list of animals too, which I didn't
Yeah.
really think about until for my birthday. Autumn got me a shirt with lobsters on it. And I was like, "How did you know I like lobsters?" She goes, "Aren't they like one of your favorite animals? You talk about them all the time."
All right.
Just felt
Next is
ableist to me, but next we have the Snoopy and Hello Kitty one.
yeah. This is nice. I mean, I'm not a Hello Kitty fan, but Mia is, and she loves Snoopy too. So she would love this cup just herself.
Does she know the truth about Hello Kitty?
That it's a girl in a freaking costume. I hate that. I never want to speak of this again. So let's move on.
You want to make it worse? Her boyfriend's a cat, but she's just a girl.
It is wild that they made that decision. It's absolutely wild.
Hi kids, do you want to get the bestiality toys?
Snoopy in all of his fun different forms. We got astronaut Snoopy. We got Joe Cool Snoopy, which is very popular.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Red Bear and Snoopy.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, no, this is a lot of cool, well-known forms of Snoopy. Obviously, they're gonna pick well-known stuff, but this is cool. I like this side of the cup.
If you're a fan of Snoopy or Hello Kitty, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed in this.
Yeah,
because there seems to be some iconic, like there's the Hello Kitty with her arms up, which is I think a pretty iconic pose for her.
Yeah,
her with the glasses on and everything. Like it seems like a solid cup design.
Yeah,
for someone who's not really into it, like I wouldn't be disappointed to get the cup if I'm honest.
Yeah, completely fair. We got Minions and Shrek
and Jurassic Park
all in one. That's wild.
Like I said, these are all they're all Universal properties.
Yeah.
So, but there's also precedent because Minions are something that's big now, but when Shrek and Jurassic Park came out, they also were super big, and I believe there were Shrek cups for Shrek 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was Jurassic Park ones, but I wouldn't be surprised.
There
are because they're on the cup. It's the Cupception.
Cupception. Yeah, no, we got Jurassic Park cups from it looks like just the original movie.
Yeah.
First one. We got the little Minion Halloween bucket in the top left.
Can you zoom in on the Gingy at all? Like, is that something that you can do
over here? Okay, let's
yeah.
Control Z. Is that how you zoom? No, it's not apparent. Nope, that's not how you zoom either. How do you zoom? There's a way to do it. Hold on.
If you can't, it's fine. I'm just confused to what he is. I think it's a toy that they used to give away for Gingy.
Yeah, it's very possible. There is a way to zoom on a computer, but am I blanking on how to do it? Yes.
It's easy on mine because I just have the pad.
Yeah, that's fair. Nope. Whoa, okay. You don't have to do that. Yeah, no, I don't know how to zoom. If you want, just screenshot it. Listeners, you can screenshot it and zoom in and see whatever the heck that is, because I don't know what it is.
Let me know what's going on with Gingy because he looks weird.
Oh, and this is just stickers? What is this?
Those might be stickers.
The box? I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited. Stop sharing. Get off my screen. Yeah, no, that seems pretty sweet. I'm excited for that, and I will be getting all.
I'm gonna try.
We have some of those Welch's little like cups. We have a ton of them in our cabinet right now. Dragon Tales. We got Looney Tunes. We got Jimmy Neutron, a couple others, but we got all those. Not all of them, but we got a lot of them.
One of my favorite things I got as a kid that was like a branded utensil was a lightsaber spoon from a cereal box.
Yeah, those were so cool.
It was fantastic. I loved eating with it.
I would only ever eat with that until I got into adulthood, and then small spoons made me uncomfortable, so I switched to big spoons.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the opposite of a lot of people with neurodivergency, where small spoons are the spoon that everybody loves. I'm the opposite. I like big spoons.
See, I don't mind the spoon size. It's the fork size. Like if a fork is too heavy to me, it feels weird.
Fair, but tiny forks make me uncomfortable too. I don't know. Tiny things make me uncomfortable.
That's not
so
true.
I make myself uncomfortable.
Is that why we're best friends? Because I'm the biggest person on the planet?
That is not even remotely true. But I do love.
I don't know. I've been getting some emails from TLC lately. I think they're waiting for me.
I think you're still. You're halfway there.
I'm more than halfway there.
Isn't it like my 1,000-pound life? You're halfway there.
600-pound life. I'm 2/3 of the way there.
That's fair. Can we talk about my last G spot?
Oh, I was gonna end it soon. Okay.
Okay, I'll be quick. It's just a G spot. It's just spotlighting a thing.
Okay, do your G spot really quick.
Okay, there's a fantasy writer.
Quick with your G spot. Let's go.
Okay, if you don't shut up. There's a fantasy
writer. You go a little
writer
faster.
named Travis Baldry. All right. He wrote Legends and Lattes, fantastic book, and he recently wrote and released a prequel called Book Shots and Bone Dust. Very good reads. They're cozy reads. There's a little bit of romance, a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of comedy. There's a little bit of action. But there is like quite literally a little bit of everything. I'm halfway through Book Shots and Bone Dust. Already a fantastic book, just as good as the first one. Highly recommend. It's just like they're cozy. The first one, Legends and Lattes, is about an orc woman starting a coffee shop. Awesome. The second one, the prequel, is about the same orc woman, much younger, who is working in a bookshop.
Starts a lemonade stand.
she's working in a bookshop. And it's very fun. There's great character writing in there. In the new one, the sequel, prequel, whatever, there's a rat folk character that it has the worst mouth you've ever heard in your entire life, or I guess read.
See, that's the thing about books. Like you're just trying to enjoy something else, and then the writer makes you sin by reading swear words. It's ridiculous if you ask me.
No, great books. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 on both of them. I'm very liberal with my 10 out of 10s. Not as critical as my co-host here. But go ahead if you want to end it, I guess.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you enjoyed it, there's a few ways that you can let us know. You can head on over to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and follow us and support us on social media. Another great way is to go over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys and watch the full video versions of the podcast. Or if you want to do it, you could do it on patreon.com/@thegarlicboys. Support us there for a little as $3 a month, or head over to Redbubble, search the Garlic Boys, and find some of the fun designs we have designed for the show there. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
I do. Alan Tudyk's character Harry in Resident Alien, he's a great mom.
I'm gonna go with Elastigirl with the announcement of
Incredibles 3.
Incredibles 3.
Mando. Oh man, I definitely should. Can we cut the first one out and put the Mandalorian as the
No,
best?
I'm just gonna leave all of this in. But...
That's fair.
Any final thoughts?
No, I don't know any.
All right. Well, don't
brutal.
forget to go check out my YouTube channel. There might be a new video up by the time you listen to this. Might not. Should I give a hint to whom it might be?
I would love that. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you who it is, but you have to promise not to scream. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the show. And remember, as always, to stay garlicky.
Really, is it scary or?
It's a reference to the movie Scream.
Oh.